It's like a couple of days where I've had to leave early. I think, no, do what you can, otherwise you just get out of the habit of doing it.
Well, that's it. You easily get stiff, don't you? So you might just need the back of the chair for this. And we're just going to stand on one leg. And we're just going to take it out to the side and just draw round. And we will be lifting the leg higher as well. So just taking it round in circles there. Okay, and then just come back to centre. Just rise up onto the tiptoe and go back the other way. Ooh, challenges the balance.
On tiptoes?
On our tiptoes, yeah, just doing it on the tiptoes. Okay, back to centre, and then let's just bend the knee and just bring the leg forward. So bend the knee and bring the leg forward. So taking the knee down slightly, just to strengthen. Okay, so just placing the foot down might be easier, so that's it. Bending it and lifting, bending and lifting, and bending and lifting, and then out to the side. I'm not sure if I find it easier on my tiptoes. Out to the side and in, out to the side and in, out to the side and in, out to the side and in. Couple more. And then back to centre. Okay, so just give that a release there. So let's do the other side. I'm just going to bring the chair around, I think. Just do the other side. Okay. So standing on tiptoes then, just to start with then. So we're just taking the leg round just to warm up the hip a little bit more. Nice sort of semicircles. Okay, then bring the leg forward and back. So let's bring the leg forward and bend the knee. Bring the leg forward and bend the knee. That's the one. And again. Certainly warms you up.
Yeah.
And again.
I can tell I've had a cup of tea. I can feel the caffeine in me.
Yeah, exactly. Right, out to the side. Out to the side. Out to the side. And out to the side. A little bend each time with the supporting leg. Lovely, and back to centre. So as we've got the chair here, let's just turn and face the chair and we can do the leg work. So just taking the leg nearest to the camera here, to the computer, so just taking it behind. So we haven't yet done behind. So just lifting, try and keep the upper body up and breathing. So just pushing out, squeezing that bottom, squeezing the bottom and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Lovely. Okay, next one up, let's hold it there and let's just bend the leg in and out. So pointing the toe in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Lovely. Okay, hold it there and let's pulse. Let's squeeze that bottom cheek. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, bend the supporting knee. Let's draw some circles. So point the toe and draw some circles. Nice circles behind. Go back the other way. Lovely. Okay, and then bring that foot down. I'm just going to move the chair again. We can do the other leg. I just think it's easier to have the leg facing the camera. Should have done that in the first place. There we go. And then just lifting that back leg. Let's just lift and lower, keeping a nice upright body. Squeezing that bottom to keep those bottoms toned. Squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Couple more. Oh, threaten of some sunshine there. So hold the leg up and let's bend the foot to the bottom and out. Foot and out. Foot and out. So squeezing into the bottom and out. In and out. Okay, lovely. And then hold it there. Let's just pulse and pulse and pulse. And pulse, lovely. And then take it down there, and from there just pull back in the chair there. We'll have a little stretch, you just have a pull into the shoulders, pull the back there, round the back up like a cat stretch as well. It's rather nice. And then let's just cross that foot over the knee there, as we do sometimes, and just squat down to stretch there, stretching into the hip. That does feel really good. Okay, then just switch feet. Let's just do the other side and squeeze it down there. It's a lovely stretch. Bending that supporting knee and breathe. Okay, lovely. Right, let's just remove the chair. Let's go down onto the mat, grabbing a cushion as we go, so we can use that for squeezing between the knees and things. I'm just going to grab a drink too. It is still rather humid. Okay, so if you just join me down on the floor here and just grab hold of a cushion that we can use between our ankles and our knees and things whilst we're doing curl ups. I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly there. Okay, so let's start with the cushion between the ankles. Okay, and just lie yourself back down onto the floor there. So when we're lying here, just make sure your shoulders are melted into the mat and you've got your tummy nice and tight into the spine there, and lower the back into the floor by tipping the hips back just a little bit there. So a nice big breath in, so squeezing on your cushion. We're just going to lift up the legs there to tabletop, and then we're going to toe tap down. So squeezing on the cushion, it just gives you something else to focus on and makes us think a bit harder about the core there, I think. So just holding that back in flat to the floor. Don't go so far if it's making your back come up off the floor. And breathing out as the legs go down and in as they come up and out. That's lovely. Well done, very nice. So squeezing on that cushion, it's working the inner thighs as well. I can feel it in my glutes a little bit. It's making me quiver. Couple more. 1 and 2. And then just bringing those knees back up to tabletop, holding them there, just taking the arms wide. We'll just do some hip rolls, okay? So nice breath in to make sure the core's engaged. So sucking that core in, and then just slowly rolling to one side. Squeeze on the cushion, breathe out, give yourself a big breath out there to come back to center, and the same to the other side. So breathing in to roll to the side, keeping the knees in that tabletop position, and back to center, and to the other side, and back to center. One more each way. And to center. And then if you want to just bring the arms up, we can just challenge ourselves and just do 2 each way with the arms pointing to the ceiling. As a bit more of a challenge, it should make you think a bit harder, pulling the core in. One more each way to make you wee wobble. Keep that tummy in. That's it, lovely. And to the other side. And back to center. Okay, and then just bringing that between the knees, the cushion between the knees there. Okay, and we're going to some bridge work first of all. So let's just place the hands down by the heels there, shoulders down. Nice big breath in. Let's just roll ourselves up, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling and the knees away. Squeeze on the cushion as you go up. And big breath in here and roll yourself down. Very nice, all the way through to the last vertebrae. Keep squeezing on the cushion because it's going to just change your centre of balance a little bit. Let's go up again. We'll take the arms up. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And then we just take a nice breath in here and roll down, which we can add on in a second. So going all the way through to the last vertebrae there, to the coccyx. And let's go again. And holding those arms overhead, let's just see if we can come onto our tiptoes and lower. So tiptoes and lower the heels down. So just pushing those hips up a little bit more, pushing the thighs away a little bit more, squeezing the glutes a little bit more. So just pushing up and down, up and down. Lovely. So keeping it up. One more. And then just bring that down. Lovely. And then just roll it up towards your knees. Just come into a curl up. And then roll back down again. And then we're going to roll up. We're going to bring the feet up into tabletop and change this into the 100. So let's suck that core into the tummy there and go into the 100 and squeeze on the cushion. So you're flapping your arms nice and strong, hands nice and long. It looks lovely, and well done. And just beating down on the cushions. Sorry, not on the cushion, imaginary cushions. Now, if you want to do some adding on, we can just bring the knees in and take the legs out long and just bring them back in and out if you want to. It's just an added on, something else we can do. So working that core, keeping the head and shoulders up. Try and keep those shoulders up. Look at the knees. Few more. One more. And then bring them in. Give yourself a hug. Take the cushion out in a second. We'll place it under our backs in a moment. So just have a hug from side to side there. Just roll the neck from side to side to release any tension in the neck if you've got any built up there from that. Okay, so I thought we could use the cushion next under the shoulder blades. It's quite nice to roll back on. So sort of we do the ball sometimes in class where you're rolling over it there. So just place it between the shoulder blades there as well as you can. I know it's quite big. Okay, and then we will just do that. We'll just take the arms overhead, have a stretch overhead over the cushion. Take the legs out long actually as well. Have a nice long stretch there. And let's just take the arms round to the side. So pushing the chest up towards the ceiling, off the cushion if you can in theory. Bring the arms up to the ceiling, squeezing the air out of our lungs. And then filling our lungs up again. So just squeezing out. And breathing in. And squeezing out. And in. So really open that chest nice and wide. Taking those deep breaths to oxygenate the blood and fill the lungs. Lovely, and a few more. Okay, this time let's take the arms overhead. They can have the knees bent or the legs long, whichever you prefer. We're just going to do some rolling up. So nice big breath in here. Fill the lungs and then peel yourself up over the cushion. If you need to just hold on to the backs of the thighs to come up, that's absolutely fine. And then just take yourself forward and reaching towards your toes there. Lovely, big breath in here. Let's roll ourselves back down, keeping the shoulders down as we go. And just taking the arms overhead. Enjoy that stretch. Nice big breath in here and up we go again. It's nice to use a cushion actually, and rolling forward, stretching forward over the toes. Long legs if you like and you prefer, or bent legs. Long legs make it slightly harder. Over the cushion, just make sure you open the shoulder blades down as you go back over the cushion. Pull those shoulder blades down. Nice breath in here and rolling up. And just reaching forward over the toes. Nice big breath in. Let's go back again. And reaching overhead. Let's just do one more of these. Always good to do for the spine and the lower back. Nice stretching forwards. Lovely. And this time when we come back, let's roll back and let's come back onto our elbows. So just placing your elbows each side of the cushion. Just use the cushion there for support and drawing your feet in. Okay, we're just going to bring the knees up, the legs up to tabletop there. And we're just going to take them out long and just bring them back in and push them away. and bring them in and push them away and in and away and in, and then a couple more. Okay, next one out. Actually, let's put the soles of the feet together and open the knees, push the legs out long, so a bit like a plie, and then draw them back in. So soles of the feet together, open the knees, push the legs out so they become long, and then draw them in, knees together. Open the knees, push the feet out long and draw them back in. Keep that tummy pulled in nice and tight so we're really supporting the back there. And in, couple more like this. Frog legs and in. Open those legs and in. So one more like this. Lovely. Draw the knees in, take them up to the ceiling, and let's do scissors. So just scissors, so one down and one up, one down and one up, so alternating which ones we do. Are you okay there with that one, Anne?
That's my difficult one.
That is quite tricky actually, that is hard. If you prefer to lie down, and if you'd rather lie down and do that, that's okay, because it's quite tough on the neck. That's the way, that's it. So just long legs if you can, straighten those knees if you can. That's quite tough on the core. And then just back to centre, give them a little hug in. And just as you hug in, let's just pull that bottom up off the floor. Just move my cushion out of the way, that's it. Just give a nice squeeze there, because that just helps to stretch the lower back there and just ease any tightness. So just a little pull up, a little pull up, a little pull up. And this, I think, leads quite nicely to a double leg stretch. So pull it up and lift your head and shoulders up, and then just push the arms and legs away, catching them round, taking the arms round and hugging the back in. Give it a pull up in between. Take them out nice and long and hug them in. Nice and long. That's it. Anytime you can, pop the head down, but just a little bit harder, curled up, and just hug them in. One more like this. Hugging those knees, pushing that back. Okay, and then hold it there. Just take your head down on the floor, just have a rest for a minute. Squeeze it in still, so we're still stretching that lower back there. All helps with our flexibility and opens up the hips. That's it, lovely. Okay, and a double leg stretch doesn't go without a single leg stretch. So curling up, let's hug that knee in, push the opposite leg away, breathing out as you go, and then switch. So as we push away, let's really tense those muscles and tone those muscles. And really squeeze that knee into chest so you're stretching the hip flexor. Again, all helps with stiff backs. And then one more each side. And then just come back, give yourself a little hug and a little rock from side to side. Then I think this ought to go into rolling like a ball really as we're rolling here. So let's just give ourselves a little hug there. Just bring those knees into the chest and curl the head up and start to rock forwards. And then back, so rolling up onto the sit bones. Breathing in, breathing out to come up, breathing in and out. So really rounding the back, really tipping those hips back towards the rib cage. Very nice. Okay, next one up. Let's see if we can hold it up there. And can we go into teaser? I'll just move back slightly. So just straighten the back out this time, bringing the hands underneath. Can you bring up one leg? And then down, just holding under the calf, that's it, and down, and down. If you want to pop the cushion behind your back just to support you, you can do, that helps you. And down, lovely, well done. Just try, if you hold the calves as well, that's it, because they're the heavy part too. That's lovely. And if you want to have a rock back from there, you can do. If you want to do bent legs or long legs, whichever you prefer, and just have a roll back. And up again, it's quite nice with long legs, and a roll back, and up, or bent legs, and a roll back, and up. One more. And see if we can hold those legs up when you come up the next time. Can you hold that? Can you try and straighten that back? Pull those shoulders back. Straight, straight, straight. It's quite tough. It's quite tough. Okay. Bringing the hands down behind you. Let's just do one other little leg exercise here. So just taking the legs up if we can. So just hands this time rather than elbows. So nice and long. And then we're just going to open and close and just bring them in. So push them out and open and close and bring them in. And push them out and open and close and in. Good core work, good leg strength. And again. Couple more, and then we just change position. In, and then one more. And bring those in and down. Just grab yourself a drink if you need one. Let's have a quick drink. And then next we take ourselves onto our sides and we just take the cushion between our legs for something else to grab hold of, something else to think about. So placing your head on your hand if you like this level, or you can have your arm out long underneath you, whichever you prefer. Okay, so nice big breath in. Let's lift and lower and lift and lower. So holding that tummy into place, supporting your back there. So nice breath in there. Try and keep the waist off the mat as we're lifting and lowering the legs, and lifting and lowering, and lifting and lowering. So a nice long line, top shoulder back. That's it, lovely, very nice. Couple more. And then just hold it there. Actually, let's remove the cushion from this one. Okay, and then with the top leg, we're going to draw up the underneath leg, bring it up to the ceiling, flex the foot, and bring the leg down. So just bring the front leg slightly forward a couple of inches, just so you don't overbalance there. That's it. And down. So draw the toe up the inside leg, point the toe to the ceiling, then change it to a flex to bring it down. A nice sort of ballet type leg work. Lovely and toning. Okay, and then up and down. Let's just change what we're doing here. So next one up, let's just hold it up and let's just bring the leg forward. And can we bring it back behind as well? So just with caution there because of the wall. Okay, and then up and round again. So toe tapping over and a semicircle behind as well. Keeping that core drawn in to keep you balanced. And take it over in front and round behind and over in front and round behind. Couple more. Actually, let's hold this one behind. Let's just hold this here and let's just pulse it up and squeeze the bottom and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Okay, lower that leg down behind you and let's lift and lower the underneath leg. So point the toes. So we're toning those legs and squeezing the inside leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lifting and lowering. Lovely, well done. Okay, next one up, let's hold it there and pulse it so we can push it higher than the top leg. So pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Squeezing that up and lowering, squeezing it up and lowering. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And then lower it down. Lovely, well done. And let's come up. Let's just bring ourselves up to side sitting. Let's have a nice side stretch over the toes to start with. Lift the rib cage. And breathe. And then over to the other side. And just bend that arm and stretch a bit deeper there. Oh, Oh, I might just add on. Let's just go over again to the other side. And then this time when we come over this side, let's bring both arms over and just have a little sort of sideways stretch down. That's the one. That's quite nice. Lovely. Okay, and then let's just bring ourselves up and switch round and do the other side. So start with the cushion between the legs. Head into the hand, just making sure that elbow's in line with the spine there. So we're squeezing on the cushion. Make sure the hips are stacked. Nice breath in to engage the core and lift the legs up and down. So up and down. So either up or down with the breath. I don't think it matters too much. It's all as long as it's in control. So breathing out and maybe in or the other way around, doesn't matter on this one. So up and down, lovely. It's working the waist, it's working the legs, it's working the core. Really important to have a strong core. Couple more. And one more, lovely. And then let's remove our cushion as we did before. Taking that leg nice and long, top leg, let's point those toes, draw it up the inside of the leg, bring it up to the ceiling, flex the foot and bring it down. And again, up we go and bring it down. And up we go and bring it down. So up as high as you can, so you get a nice squeeze there in the hip flexor. And again. And two more. It does feel rather nice, this one. One more, lovely. And down. Okay, and then we're just going to bring the leg up, and we did toe tapping forward and back, didn't we? So bringing it over, a semicircle to behind, and over in front, and semicircle behind. Keep that balance there. You need that front hand supporting to keep us stable. And we go again. And behind, and again, and behind, and a couple more. That's a nice one for the hips, and one more, and we're going to leave it behind, and we're going to hold it there, and we're going to pulse, and pulse, and pulse, just a little movement, just push it up, squeezing that glute, working that hip. Okay, and then just place that foot down, and then let's do the inside leg of the lower leg. So lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower. Just working that inside thigh. So lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Okay, let's pulse it there. Pulse for a couple. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And pulse, pulse, pulse. Lovely. Oops, I lost that. And then bring that down. Just have a nice side stretch. And just go into our cool down after this.